Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum and welcome to another video tutorial for class 7 biology. In this lesson we are going to talk about a group of invertebrates, arthropods. In our previous lesson we talked about different groups of invertebrates. This is the most important group of invertebrates. Majority in the invertebrates are from this group that we called arthropods. So let's begin with that. First, if we talk about etymology mean from where this word arthropods come from. It is a combination of two words. Arthros mean joint, pods mean foot. So it means we can say the name arthropod means jointed legs. So animals that belong to this group have jointed legs. They will all have jointed legs. They are divided into different groups, but before moving to the different groups, first we need to know about their general characteristics, general properties that every single element in this group will have. The first characteristics is that they are common throughout the marine, freshwater, terrestrial, and even aerial environment. It means they can be found in all these environments. They can be found in the saltwater. Marine means saltwater. They can be in the freshwater. They can be terrestrial, can be land animals, and even some arthropods are the aerial. They are found in the air also. They can fly as well. So being on taking into consideration this property, general property of the arthropods, we can say they are found almost everywhere. Uh, their body is usually segmented and jointed externally. I mean, if we look at their body, most of them will have the segments on their body, and they are jointed externally. Their whole body is basically divided into three major parts: head, thorax, and abdomen. These are the main parts of any arthropod. They have the sensory organs, and mostly their sensory organ include antennae. Antennae they use to sense about the surroundings. They have antennae are actually in the form of the hairs, and some animal in this group have a compound eye also that they use to detect about the surrounding. But most of them will use their antennae also to detect about the surrounding. So they have two types of the sensory organs, antennae and compound eyes that they use to know about the surrounding, to get information about the surroundings. They are further subdivided into different groups. We call them subgroups or classes. Class is a subgroup of any larger group. So if we further subdivided them into, we divide them into four subgroups. Each group we will say it's a class. So we can say that they are divided into four classes or four subgroups. The first subgroup are myriapods. Myriapods have one pair of antennae and long cylindrical or flat bodies with many legs. If we look at them, for example, in their example includes centipedes and millipedes. Here is the diagram explaining about the millipedes and centipedes. You can see the millipedes and centipedes. They have a lot of legs, and their body is segmented also, and their legs are jointed as well. Next group or subgroup or class of arthropods are crustaceans. In the general properties of crustaceans, they have two pairs of antennae. I mean, in total, they will have four antennae. One pair, if we will say pair mean two. So crustaceans have two pairs of antennae. Each crustacean will have four antennae actually. In their examples are lobster and woodlouse. Here you can see these are this is the division you can see here. They are further divided into different groups. Here are almost all the examples you can see from different subgroups of this group, but here we just have to take the basic properties only, so we are not going for the much detail. Just you have to know about their first property is that they have two pairs of antennae, and few examples that you have to remember at this level. The second group of animals are arachnids. Arachnids, if we look at the arachnids, they don't have antennae or wings, but they have four pairs of legs. When we are saying four pairs of legs, it means they have 8 legs. But animal in this class of arthropods, which we call arachnids, they will not have any antennae or wings. It means they are unable to fly. Like a scorpion uh, belong to this class or category. Here we have different examples of them. You can see here even scorpions, ticks, harvestmen. In the same way, different types of spiders also. Spider also belong to this category, because if we look at the spider, they have four pairs of legs. Even you can see here, these ticks are having four on one side, four on one side. So total are 8, because in one pair mean 2. So total number of legs in this group are 8. So we'll say this is their identification. If we have to look at them and we want to put them in this particular group, so we have to look at their number of legs. There will be they cannot fly, they don't have the wings. That belongs to animal belonging to this group are without wings, so it means they are unable to fly. And the last group, insects. Insects, we know that from your basic grades you are learning about insects. Actually, they have one pair of antennae. I mean, they have total 2 antennae to detect about the surroundings. They have 3 pairs of legs. 3 pairs of legs mean in total they have 6 legs. So any animal having six jointed legs belonging to the class of invertebrates, we call them insects. And they have up to 4 pairs of wings. Up to 4 mean they can have a maximum 4 wings. 2 pairs of wings mean they have 4 wings. And this group is actually making the majority of all the arthropods. The majority of arthropods is from this group. Almost, if we say, if we look at all the division, all the animals that we divide into the vertebrates and invertebrates, nearly 97 to 98% animals are invertebrates. Then in the invertebrates, majority of the animals are arthropods, and in arthropods the majority of animals are insects, because most of the animals belonging to this class of arthropods are insects, and they are found in so many different varieties around us that millions of insects are found around. Here on screen you can see few examples of uh, these insects here. So this is what we have in today's lesson, and inshallah in next lesson we will talk about the group of vertebrates. We will learn about the division of the vertebrates, how we divide the vertebrates into different groups. So see you in next lesson with a new video, inshallah. Bye bye.